Throughout the years, music has always been a way for me to keep my head up in this crazy world we live in, for both good and bad. When I was in middle school, heavy rock bands such as Metallica and Korn helped me filter out my rage, while artists like Tears for Fear, Frank Ocean, and Pharrell defied my adult years and painted a cinematic quality that kept me drawn in with their lyrical storytelling, an atmosphere that at some point inspired some of the worlds I create today in my writing. But there's a certain artist's music that always kept me bringing back to their type of music, at which I can best describe as mysterious. That being Utada Hikaru, an artist who's always dominated the charts in Japan whenever she releases a single or album. But to call her a J-pop singer ignores Utada's American roots and her desire to break all the rules of the genre. Yet, even though I call Utada's music mysterious, her music impressively without the use of visual aid, the music shapes such a vivid imagery and how it tends to blend herself and the media she is expressing. When an artist is creating their own craft, you tend to see change throughout their work, but still remains the core aspect of what makes that artist shine. You see, like most people, I got aware of Utada's music from the acclaimed game Kingdom Hearts. With each title that came out, Utada was always the lead artist to provide the opening for the series, and in each opening you saw a change of progression in her music. Now I will admit, I never understood the lyrics as a kid, yet still loved the melody it brought with each opening. But looking back at it now, I think each opening that was a feature in Kingdom Hearts captures some part of my childhood, the same way each song was an outlet for Utada. Take the song Simple and Clean from Kingdom Hearts 1, for example. Before the song even begins, we have Sora stating these lines.
I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real? Or not?
And then the song begins. Now, before I explain the meaning behind the lyrics, the meaning behind Sora's words in a sense start the overall meaning of Simple and Clean. In his lines, you can tell he's talking about a dream. Probably a premonition dream at that, because of not understanding if it means anything or how it feels to him. In this aspect, Utada is trying to understand Sora's feelings by responding to her own understanding of not getting things. You see, originally, Utada believed that the plot of Kingdom Hearts was soulless, and was unable to become inspired by it to write the song. She further explained, when I was making the song, Hikari, the whole outlook of the game and its entry onto the world was so crucial that I got a lot more info on the characters, so that Hikari would mirror the image that they wanted. Now throughout the franchise, the song has been used in several spin-off titles, but it still explains the overall meaning with it being about two people still feeling insecure about the relationship together. The speaker has felt alone for a long time, and when they meet the person, it felt like some of that loneliness was leaving. The speaker feels like this person is their light, that finds them when they are lost in the dark. And regardless of fearing to have to take big steps like meet each other's family or figure out their future, they decide that they should just enjoy the moment with each other. Every Kingdom Hearts opening follows the theme in relation to Utada's music. Sora not understanding Riku's ambition to lead the island, which causes further distance from one another. And Terra and Aqua literally look like two couples fighting one another, and Ventus practically having self-conflict with himself, in a sense running from the reality that he might be alone for the rest of his life. Even during the remix version of Simple and Clean, Aqua struggles with her relationship between the darkness within her and memories of her friends being alive to keep herself sane. They're all aspects of the beginning of a relationship that's already ready to fall apart, which leads to the follow-up of being Sanctuary or Passion in the Japanese version, which gave Utada a broader understanding. She goes on to state that Passion is like, it has a feeling that connects together the end of the last game and the sequel, like how it showed the characters and how they met and so forth. It was pretty easy to think of an image. It's like as if Hikari was the dawn and Passion has a concluding or dusk feeling to it. From hereafter, I wanted this song to communicate so many various ideas. While you can see some very ordinary imagery in the song, when you listen, the imagery can become very dramatic. It even stretches towards the sequel when we get it, which makes sense for Utada to state this for several reasons. You see, even though Kingdom Hearts plot got more complex as the story expanded, if you separate them individually, you get a different theme. For Kingdom Hearts 2, it was like connecting the bonds. This is a song about being nostalgic of the past. The speaker and the other person are moving forward with their lives, and the speaker fears they will drift apart and begin to walk on different paths. They miss how happy they were together in the past and still love them deeply, so they look back to the past fondly. They remember the happy times where they could just be together, but they need to show much more out of their relationship right now. Almost every character goes through this scenario. It's why Sora states that head scratcher of a line that still bothers me to this day.
A dream that's like a far-off memory. A far-off memory that's like a scattered dream. I want to line the pieces up. Yours and mine.
Here, he could be talking about Roxas, coming back to him as a nobody, or him reuniting with Kairi or Riku. It's why this song is so unique to Kingdom Hearts 2. No other title uses this opening because while Simple and Clean and Hikari were just straightforward concepts of meaning, Passion and Sanctuary are similar and yet vastly different from one another. The speaker feels like the other person is like a home or a haven to them, but also the exact very thing that can break them apart. Even so, when the other sleeps, those fears go away because they know at the end of the day, they are together. No matter how many times the other person breaks them apart, they will always be put back together again. The end shows this aspect the most when Sora and Riku return back to the world of the light with Kairi's note. They were distanced apart, yet they were brought back together. Which leads up to the final aspect of our Holy Trinity of songs is Don't Think Twice. Well, actually, I can't say Holy Trinity because for the first time in Kingdom Hearts history, the fans were presented with two songs. The first one being Don't Think Twice in English, with Chiaki being the Japanese version. And now everyone's favorite Kingdom Hearts song to dance to is Face My Fears, which is co-produced by Skrillex. Face My Fears is an interesting song because Utada originally wanted Skrillex to produce a remix of the song Chiaki for Kingdom Hearts 3, since it was known that he was a fan of the game. Yet he proposed instead to make a completely new song. Utada agreed to collaborate with him and songwriter Pooh Bear to write the song. The song was written in the same key as Passion, to make it easier for Skrillex to mix both songs during his concerts. The song also has the same chords as Dearly Beloved, the same reoccurring musical theme for the main menu in the Kingdom Hearts series. The chance to make a completely new song worked better in their favor because Face My Fears really sets the mood for Kingdom Hearts 3. As fans of Kingdom Hearts know, the third installment was going to be somewhat of a finale for the series, or at least to the Xehanort arc. Plus, the song mirrors the counterpart, Don't Think Twice. I mean, when you think about it, the two songs and Sora's monologue in a way represents both songs in a fashion.
They can take your world. They can take your heart. Cut you loose from all you know. But if it's your fate, then every step forward will always be a step closer to home.
Sora is summing up everything the previous songs are trying to lead to finally wanting to take the big step in a relationship, even with lingering doubts. This is something of an accumulation of the speaker's feelings since Hikari was the earlier part of their relationship. The speaker still feels insecure, but they don't want to let that hold them back anymore. They want to be with the person forever. They don't think about anybody else that needs to judge the relationship, and they shouldn't expect any expectations from people outside of the relationship. All they need is the two of them, and more of these days where they're being honest and open to one another. Again, this is about taking that next huge step in a relationship. The speakers wonder how they've been able to live with people who could lie to them and say things to them to hurt them for so long when the answer has been there in front of them this whole time. The other person is exactly the person they want to spend forever with, and when asked, of course, they want to take the next step. The speaker loves this person very much, but if the other person intends to hesitate about this even for asking, the speaker would rather be ignorant to just stay in this blissful moment. Now, before I go any further into the meaning for me to explain, I would need to explain a bit about Kingdom Hearts 3, but since it's the latest game in the franchise, there might be some spoilers, so if you haven't already done so, please check out the game. You still here? Alright. So what I can gather is that Kairi is the biggest representation of the message all the songs are trying to get across, because in Face My Fears, Kairi is crying for missing Sora because he's gone. Then towards the end when Xehanort is defeated, Kairi is crying yet again because Sora is also missing in this point of the game. There's a lot of back and forth going on with the characters and the meaning itself, which I think it was perfect to have two songs instead of one for the third installment. The third shows, just like in the songs, that everyone is coming back together. Sometimes things can turn out to be a hollow victory because in the ending, we get everyone back together. Most of these characters have had the worst throughout the installment of the series, and it's good everyone's rejoined at the beach and having a good time, but we're forgetting the most important person who brought everyone together in the first place, which is Sora. Now, do we know if Utada Hikaru will return for another installment of Kingdom Hearts to conclude the mysterious nature of each opening and their meanings behind it? Who knows? To be honest, while I like Hikaru's music in Kingdom Hearts, the series itself has burned me out. You see, I was in middle school going into my freshman year of high school when Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, and now I've been out of college for years and working, and we're just now getting a third installment, and with that secret ending, I'm like, oh geez, there's more? To be honest with you, I don't know Hikaru can make songs for a game that even herself has been confused about for so many years. But, well, whether Hikaru does make another song from Kingdom Hearts or not, Nomura will find a way to play me like a damn fiddle, and my dumbass will probably play the next installment. But like always guys, thanks for sticking around for the video. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and check out what upcoming videos I have in store. If you want to keep track of the current status of my work, you can check me out on my Twitter, which is BA_Thompson, or my Instagram page, BA_ThompsonIG. Until then guys, keep staying excellent, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.